Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So I know it's been a while. I know I've been taking my time. I've been really taking breaks more than usual, and this is not just because of so much something is causing me to not really record as much. It's more rather I'm going through a lot of life changes and transitions, and naturally, and in terms of what's going on astrally, I've been more in isolation and also just working on being alone and sticking to myself, preserving my energy, working on, how I want to please don't let me get the hiccups. More how I want to move forward when it comes to everything, including YouTube, which I am not going to be I'm not going to stop making YouTube videos, but basically they're going to be coming out in a different way. They're going to have a different feel. I might even have some upgrades that I want to add, and maybe even start hosting something on here more regularly once I do make my transition to wherever I am going to be moving to. But yes, so it's a lot of exciting and wonderful things that are happening right now, and this has been a big change compared to what's happened in the past and last videos, and the whole thing about life's transitions being very difficult. But now at this time, if you are here with me, you're probably also feeling the shift. You're probably also feeling the change and just the overall chaos of it all. But it's a chaos that doesn't remind you so much of how you used to be, but really seeing yourself in different versions reflected back to you over time, and just over the interactions that you're experiencing with other people is really what comes up a lot, and what is coming up a lot for myself specifically. So really, so much more, the message that I have for you guys, for the collective, is that there's a lot of changes that are going on, a lot of shifts. You're going to be meeting and seeing versions of yourself that you probably have suppressed and have not remembered, or haven't come across in a while, haven't seen in a while. There'll be certain memories, certain experiences, certain situations, people, events that are coming up right now that are just getting on your nerves. You're tired of it. You're like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. This is old. I'm moving on to bigger and better things, because that's exactly what's happening for the overall collective. There's going to be a full moon in Scorpio on the 12th, which, if you know Scorpios, I'm a Scorpio moon? Yes. Yes, so I'm a Scorpio moon, so I tend to be very dramatic in certain ways of my expression. And for anyone else who has Scorpio in their placement, and you don't even have to have Scorpio in your placement for you to be able to feel the effects of this full moon, but just know that things are happening. It's getting real. The pressure is building, but there is no need for pressure, honestly. Everything is happening the way that it's supposed to. Everything will come at the right time when it is supposed to. You are being led and guided through life to make certain decisions, to make certain actions, to, stay on standby, to sit down, to rest, to relax, to stay seated until Spirit and Source gives you the next direction to move forward, or what to do next when it comes to your career, when it comes to your art, creativity, everything encompassing that. But right now, there is no need for any pressure. There's no need for any stress. There's no need to feel like you have to have everything figured out. You do not need to be ready in order to receive what is coming to you next. You do not need to be ready for you to receive the job or the positions or the things and environments that you're going to be stepping into. And that's something that I need to tell myself as well. I tell you guys all the time, you know, everything that I express and that I talk to you guys is literally the same things that I be telling myself most of the time, because it's very real and it's reflective. You guys are a mirror, and I'm a mirror for you guys, depending on where you're at in your spiritual journey. So with everything that I say, of course, have discernment, but right now is a time for you to just sit, to stay ready, to stay not alone, but focus on your energy. You're not really supposed to be around too many people right now. If you're feeling disinterested in crowds and spaces and events, that is completely normal. If you are feeling disinterested in just being around certain people that you know, you may not have a complete falling out with, but you know that they are not the people that you would like to be around, that they're not the type of people that you see yourself mingling with, that you guys struggle having conversations, or you struggle being yourself in those spaces, then that is something that is very important for you to note, that it's for a reason. You know, there's nothing wrong with parting ways or to be separating yourself from people who no longer resonate with you and are not in the same vibrational alignment that you are in, because again, everybody is meant to prove some sort of purpose or reason or lesson, pose as a lesson in your life. So that also, in that, does not mean that everybody that you meet right now that may be someone who is super, you know, aligned, or you guys have an amazing sparking conversation, you may not never see that person again. Honestly, you may not never hang out with that person again. Sometimes situations and peoples and places are really only for you to, one, see where you have grown, how much you've grown, to get the word or the message or the channels that you need or desire, because source works through people. The universe works through people that come into your life. And as well as for you to just simply pose as a presence. If you're someone that is, you know, constantly being able to feel other people's emotions, being able to pick up on certain things, you literally, sometimes you're really just there to just be a presence in someone's life. And you don't even have to talk to them. You don't even have to say anything to them. It could literally just be you touch that person in some way, and now you're creating peace, you're creating inspiration, you're manifesting hope for that person just because you showed up as yourself, or you showed up in your energy in that space at the right time, at the right place. And sometimes that's just it. And that's okay. It doesn't always feel good, because especially if you're someone like myself who has struggled with childhood abandonment wounds, that you feel like, you know, woe is me, you know, no one's ever gonna stick around, and I'm never gonna have friends, and I'm never gonna have a community. That's not true. That's not true at all. It really is. The more true part of that is literally that you are going to have such an expansive community and such an expansive amount of people that you touch and that you connect with on such a deeper level and a soulful level, that there are numerous people, everybody, you're gonna touch everybody at some point. Every room that you run into, everybody that you smile at, everybody that you compliment, you are touching all of these people in some way. So I know that somebody needed to hear that. If you're struggling with feeling like you don't create enough, that you are not becoming the artist that you wanted to be, or have the space to create the way that you want to, or creating the stuff that you want to, or just doing what it is that you feel like you were supposed to do on this earth, trust and believe that your purpose is more. Your purpose is more than the art and the creation and the expression that you present in this world. It is so much more than that. And it's my bad, it's a big old truck. But yeah, literally, your purpose and your reason for being here and your presence is so much more expansive than just the art that you make, the things that you put out, the words that you say, the way that you show up for people. It is so much more than that, and you need to treat yourself accordingly. You need to treat yourself as if you are walking royalty, and not because of ego, not because of, oh yeah, like I am God and I can do whatever I want, like I can talk to whoever I want, like I can do whatever I want and nothing's gonna matter, nothing's gonna come back to me, nothing gonna affect me. I'm like, no Buki, because that's so opposite. And I know that if you're listening to this and you resonate with me, that you are not coming from that space. But to understand that it's not boasting or it's not ego to speak in your truth and to speak in the knowing that you are more magnificent and more vast and more expansive than the way that the world has posed you or has put you in a box to make it seem like you only fulfill one certain purpose, or you are only one single thing, or you are a single faceted being, and you're not. You're a multifaceted being, which means that there doesn't have to be any pressure to create. There doesn't have to be any pressure to become who you are and who you want to be as a person, because it just comes through naturally through you. Everything that you do is creation, is art, is beauty, is divine. And so I hope that you carry that with yourself in this journey and in this time of, moving through, kind of readjusting and kind of fitting into not the mold, but the wings that you are going to be given in this month of May. Because this month of May is the month that you are going to receive the blessings, going to receive the manifestations, going to receive the spaces, going to receive the people, the beauty of what was the whole reason that all of this was for. All of the nights that you spent alone, all of the nights that you felt chastised, all of the nights where you felt like you were just being overlooked or being unrecognized or being taken for granted a lot of the times. And I understand you and I see you. If you're experiencing that, or if you have in the past repeatedly, this is your time. This month and the rest of this summer is going to be such an expansive, grand, and wonderful act of love, act of resistance, act of hope for you moving forward, for your job, for your creation, for your love life, for your life in general. The universe is holding you as if, they're always holding you as if you are their child, for sure. But especially in this moment right now, the universe is wrapping their arms tightly. Your ancestors are wrapping their arms very tightly around you and are carrying you to the next phase of your life, because it is going to be a hard one. That's why we are spending most time alone right now. We're spending more time alone. We're spending more time, talking to ourselves, sitting in silence, because in the silence and the stillness is when we receive the downloads, when we receive the messages that we need, when we receive the words that we need, the direction, the guidance, what to do. It's so important. And I know that if you're someone like me who rather, want to either fully isolate themselves, or they're, too much involved in society, we are learning that balance right now. We're learning that healthy balance. And the emphasis on specifically sitting in the stillness, because it is uncomfortable. So if you've been waking up in the middle of the night multiple times, if you've been struggling with your sleep, if you've been having certain things come up from your past, very traumatic and dark and just emotional memories and reminders of your past and of versions of yourself that you used to be, and experiences and situations that you went through, please do not fret, do not freak out, do not try to run away from it either. And obviously, you take with this message whatever you may. But the importance of not running away from this feeling right now and from what you're experiencing That car motor sounded nasty. Anywho, I just always feel like cars just sound a little crazy sometimes. They sound really cool, but you know, whenever those dudes be just trying to really show off with their vehicles, I'm just like, yo, shit be sound a little nasty. That's it. But anywho, cars could have significance. Maybe you're getting a new car. Shoot, I don't know. Maybe you're getting an upgrade. Maybe, shoot. Oh my Lord. But yeah, and anything that is coming through right now, I will say, sometimes it can sound as very vast. It can be sounds as very, very grandiose. But there is a big collective that I'm speaking to, but also at the same time, there's a specific collective that I am reaching and I am talking to because they understand that the work that they have put in has been expansive, has been grand, has been big, has been long. You've been putting the work in. You've been doing what you have to do on a continuous basis. And even if you've rested, even if you went back on old habits, even if you dipped back into old like places and events and people and situations that you know you were not supposed to be in, the universe is always going to get you back on track at one point or another, at the right time. But the universe will give you that experience and will give you that time to kind of dip back and to go through that ebb and flow of, okay, I'm dipping back into this vibration, but I'm going back up again, and then I'm going back down, and then I'm going back up. Because literally, that's just what life is about. Life is going to bring those natural ebbs and flows. It's going to be inevitable. And so when it comes, just to understand and to sit and to wait and to surrender for a second, because of the fact that you are not that person anymore. You are no longer that version of yourself that needed that substance, that person, that space, that thing, whatever that is, in order to feel whole and then to be whole and to be exactly where you need to be to embody the person that you are becoming. You do not need those things anymore. And that's why May is also clearing out a lot of energy. If you've cleaned recently, I know that I went through a whole deep cleaning. I threw out so many clothes, so many items, just reminding me of different types of people in my past, literally starting all the way from my freshman year of high school. Like literally, like I was holding on to a lot, but I didn't realize how much it had affected me until I got rid of it. That cleansing ritual that I experienced was extremely healing, and it was extremely emotional. It was draining. I was exhausted afterwards because of the fact that while I was going through that cleansing process and going through the evaluation of what I wanted to keep and throw away, it was me connecting with where every single one in piece, every single piece and item and thing that I came into contact with, I was actively remembering, actively experiencing, actively reflecting, and going through that process and that situation as if it happened all over again. But I had to throw it away and I had to get rid of it so that I could cleanse that energy out of my field and be able to move on onto something greater, because we deserve it. We deserve to move into a life where it's not filled with doubt, it's not filled with discouragement, it's not filled with sadness, with regret, with melancholy, with bittersweetness, with memories from people that just didn't give a crap. They don't matter anymore. And those things do not matter anymore. Yes, it's money. Yes, it can be expensive. Yes, it can be, valuable. But nothing is more valuable than you keeping your sanity and your dignity and protecting your energy, because that exceeds any dollar amount that an item can be on this very earth. And that is how you have to treat yourself. You have to treat yourself as if you are worth way more than the dollar amount of the item or the person or the situation or the event or the opportunity or the job, anything that comes your way. You need to be able to tell yourself and to understand and to believe wholeheartedly because you are worth so much more than that. You're worth so much more. And you do not any longer have to use this replacement of your energy, this replacement of your spirit, replacement of a past version of yourself, to keep it around and to keep it harboring, to keep it draining your energy, or to keep it on your mind, in the back of your head. You get to let that go now, because you are safe. You are safe enough to let go of the things that used to keep you together, to hold you together. And it could be something as simple as a sweatshirt. I know somebody knows that right now that I'm talking to. Y'all got a sweatshirt or some sort of piece of clothing, a t-shirt. Don't tell me y'all got your ex's t-shirts and sweatshirts, all right? And I'm saying that because I understand, all right? Literally, I understand. Because I threw away about 4 of them bitches. Literally, like 4 of them. But it's normal. It happens. Especially if for my lover people out there, I see you. But it's okay. And it's hard. Don't think that it's going to be easy. Don't let it be easy. It is difficult. It is emotional. It is releasing. It's purging. But it's necessary in order for you to embark on this next season, because the universe is about to bless you so much. The universe is going to bless you. The universe is going to thank you. It's going to gift you for everything that you've done, for all the work that you've done that has gone unnoticed, because the universe has a way of watching you even when you think no one is paying attention. The universe is always paying attention. And that is why it's so important, even when you are in times of isolation or times of just being around people that you don't know or just being by yourself. It's very important to always remember to be true to yourself, to do things from your heart center, from a place of righteousness without ego, and practice those things daily, because it will come up. The proof is in the pudding. It will come up at the right time and at the right place, and you will embody all of the qualities of the person that you are trying to become. Not trying, my bad. That you are becoming. Period. It will come. And it will be okay. I'm very excited to see what you guys embark on, or to hear about it. If you want to put it in the comments, if you want to talk about it down below, I am open and I'm free and I'm here for you guys. I'm sending so much love. Today, I'm just focusing on sitting with myself, reflecting, having whatever comes up, any messages, any downloads. I'm going to be expressing it, writing it down, breathing, and just being in nature, honestly, for really the rest of this week. So I urge you guys to try to incorporate the same for yourself, to really connect to your heart center, to your womb. This is for any gender. Your womb is your lower belly, your belly, the center of your belly. To take care of that, whether that be through diet, exercise, breathing, yoga, meditation, releasing. Don't hold in that gut now. Don't hold it in, because we're not trying to impress nobody, okay? I'm sending so much love to you guys. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, this met you at the right time, at the time that you needed it. But I love you. I'm sending you so much peace. I'm sending you so much gratitude for even being here with me, experiencing, expressing, taking some time to commit to yourself even more every single day. I love you again. And I'm not going to promise that I'm going to be more consistent, but I'm going to promise that when I come with a message, it will be for a reason, and it'll be at the right time. You heard the horn. They said, sound the alarm. Shoot, time is now. Anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys in the next message. Thank you. Bye bye.